Happy Friday, everyone. Happy Friday. Hope everyone is well. Apologies about the delay. All my fault. All my fault. But you know what? Let's go straight into it. My name is Tabrice, the best grassroots centre back you'll ever see in your life. Isn't that right, Shugs?
I can't lie. wait. Tabrice, can I just say before you continue, what's today's date?
Friday. Oh, you.
Let's leave it at that. You're my guy, though, so I'm not gonna go against you.
My name is Tabrice, as I said before, the best grassroots centre back you'll ever see in your life. And again, thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe. I have my co-host for this episode, Shugsy. How you doing, sir?
I'm good, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Just loving life right now.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get warm up in it.
Okay. So, guys, so this show. Let me just kind of say right now, it was something that I kind of thought about maybe a couple of days ago, and I thought, you know what, let's kind of talk about the teams that we both know, especially in Division 2. And again, let's kind of I'd say confront the elephant in the room. Yes, we both play for Independent, but that doesn't mean that we don't have love for other teams. And right.
100%.
So again, we are kind of here to kind of literally make our own opinions about teams, not only in Division 2, but also Division 1. And again, that's Charcoal and LSU, and in Division 3, Hollington. And again, the reasons why, because these are the only teams, well, personally, I only know. Shugs, you might know a few more teams. I mean, what's your knowledge of Division 3 and
I mean, to be honest, I only know Hollington, and all I know about Hollington is they got some good players. Okay. So obviously, everybody's got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
They work their way through the right way. So, you know what I mean? Okay. So it's going to be interesting.
Cool. All right. So, and again, we're going to go through, especially in Division 2, each and every team. Division 1, it's only LSU and Charcoal and Hollington. In Division 3. And this is all football. So again, we're going to start from now. So again, please, and again, if there's any questions that you guys want us to answer, please put it in the kind of comment box, and either Shugsy or myself will actually answer it. So hey, let's go straight into it. So we're going to start from Division 3, and again, the only team that we can really comment on is Hollington. Shugsy, what do you know about Hollington?
But the thing is, actually, when it comes to Kauai, I know a bit about Kauai, but I don't know, but more their first team than their vets team. So they may have some players that I've played, that I've met, but I'm not sure. But Hollington, what do I know? I don't know. There's Scott Ellis. I don't know if Chris Hubbard is still there. I played with them at Dulwich when we were at Dulwich Hamlet. So they're very talented lads. I mean, I heard that Scott Ellis is playing at the back now. He was the midfield general, you know what I'm saying? But he plays at the back now. Obviously, Darren Flaherty, you know what I'm saying? And there's a few others, you know what I mean? They've definitely got a good side. I heard they signed Anton Ferdinand. That has yet to be seen, his debut, but hey, let's see.
Well, I mean, I think, of course, when you're kind of looking at Division 3 and, if you're kind of looking at their goal difference and actually what they've done done pretty well. And I believe they're still in, is it the Beckenham Cup, or literally they're in one of the cup competitions?
I think they're in the Beckenham.
They're in the Beckenham
semi-finals.
Yeah. So and again, they're a kind of team that are now on the radar. They're a kind of they're a team that again, I'm literally going by what I've heard, but again, it's a team that's very well organized. Defensively, they literally they are strong. They have a good core 7 or 8 players that literally turn up every single week, and literally that's kind of what you need in kind of some football. But again, they are kind of taking Division 3 by storm. They're at this present moment, they're 10 points clear, where with a good healthy goal difference.
Ain't lost.
Listen, I mean, again, if you can go through a whole season without losing, then I tip my hat to you. I would kind of literally love to kind of get your prediction where like you think they will finish in Division 2, because they will, they're kind of won it. But yeah, where
we like to listen to the whispers. There's been a whisper that they might actually get jumped into Division 1. So if that happens, obviously some teams might feel that unfair, but I think they're good enough to at least compete in Division 1. But if I'm gonna revert back to the question, I've got a question from your best friend there, your BFF. You know what I'm saying? But to answer your question, from what I've seen, it's between them and Catford next season. And whoever doesn't go up from the 3 teams. So yeah, I'd say definitely it's a 3-way fight again next season, unless all 3 that are fighting go up into the 1st division. I think it's a 3-way fight. So I think they play really good football. So yeah, man.
Well, Nana said it's not gonna happen, as in the jump to Division 1. Listen, again, like, it's kind of been whispers, but hey, you know what? I mean, I think what it is at this, at this present moment in time, like the season's not finished, but literally we've kind of got to see exactly where Hollington finish, and literally what they do also in the cups, because again, sometimes like a cup run and who you play against could also be a yardstick, right?
That's it. And teams are dropping out the 1st division, so why not?
Yeah. True. Okay, all right, okay. Well, Shugs, I think you've got a living in this, mate.
I'm learning from the best grassroots footballer. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, defender. Sorry. No, stop hating, man. Just give him his ratings, isn't it?
All right, okay. We're gonna move on to the next one. Okay, you know what? Let's kind of go to the meat straight through, and let's kind of talk about Division 2. And again, thank you to all of the comments, and there's Nana and the Catford Vets as well. So again, thank you. And again, if there's any questions that you guys want us to answer, please put them in. So let's kind of start from the bottom. Blackheath, we didn't play. They like folded, which was a shame, because I think they were unbeaten.
They were right in there.
They were right in it. I think they only lost 1. But I mean, again, I like believe it was just for attendance. I think they just couldn't get out the players, right?
This is the problem. You know what I mean?
It's a shame. It's a shame.
The problem. You got some teams who got heavy squads, and then some that barely can get 11. And to be honest, I think even if you have, say, 13, that's a problem, because guys, this is vets football. Guys need rest, and it can demotivate a club. And guys, like, you know what, they're getting pressure from their misses. They want to spend time with their family. They're working midweek. So yeah, I can imagine that a team like Blackheath would have been victim of that, which is unfortunate, because they literally pulled out just before we were meant to play them. Maybe they were scared. Hey, Nana, maybe they were scared.
So let's talk about Norwood Lakers. We could have played against Norwood Lakers. Well, we could have played them a few weeks ago. What's your overall analysis about how Norwood Lakers play?
I think they need a lot of work. They're a bit all over the place. I spoke to one of their strikers, and he actually did cause us a bit of problem. And he said to me after the game, "Man, I haven't played for like 2 years, and if I get myself fit, if I'd been fit for this game, I would have caused your defenders a lot of problem." That's what he said. But everyone talks. Everyone is a great speaker off the pitch, but on the pitch is different. But them as a whole, I think they've struggled. They don't train. That's what I was told. They don't train, and they're struggling for numbers. So it showed in their football. You know what I mean? Like, they were a bit all over there, but I saw potential in them. That's the funny thing. They're not a great side, but at the same time, with a bit of work, with a bit of fine tuning, they could have at least been competitive. So yeah, But yeah, not the one this season.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, they've got a decent centre back. I think like the goalkeeper's good as well.
He
And
was good.
Yeah, he kind of made some really crucial saves. Really, really good like handling. I think, I think with Norwood Lakers, it's it's a fact that they probably just managed to get out as like a starting 11, and literally that's about it. And then of course everyone else is just, can you play? Yes or no? Nana's come in and said their like best player was the centre back. They can't defend.
No, he said the centre forward.
Well, yeah. So
he said the best player is the centre. That guy, it must have been the same guy we're talking about.
Again, really, really lively. I think defensively, if you're under the cosh 70-80% of the game, then you are going to wobble. Like no matter how good you are. And I think what Norwood Lakers lack is just the general squad and like general fitness. And like, do I think that they're gonna go down this season? Yes. And I think if they go down to Division 3, hopefully, fingers crossed, and please prove me wrong, Norwood Lakers. I got a feeling that they could fold.
Hope not.
But literally, that's the kind of feeling that I get. But again, I kind of wish Norwood Lakers all of the best. Alrighty, I guess let's kind of go to the next one. Bow Street Runners. I don't think you played against Bow Street.
I didn't play against them. I was busy.
Yeah.
I had a family event to go to, so I missed out.
Yeah. So Bow Street Independent beat them, is it 6-3 or something like that? A very organized team. Again, I think a lot of them know each other. I think what like they struggled with was just movement. They just didn't have the baseline fitness. And against teams that can definitely hurt you in the final third, you need players, especially in the midfield, that can cover the ground. And literally that's what they lacked. Up front, wasn't a lot of movement, but again, very deadly when they got the opportunities. They're a team, I believe, on a small, tight pitch, that will literally suit their kind of game like play. Anything, pretty expansive, then they will struggle. Again, they've kind of struggled this season, as like you can see on the results, but I think they'll be absolutely fine. They've got a lot of games in hand, and literally I can kind of see them climbing, at least to maybe 8th, I think. That's my prediction, really. Actually, I didn't ask you your prediction for Norwood Lakers for next season.
Next season, well, that's what I said. They really have to get it together with the numbers, and maybe they need to condition themselves in the summer. If they do that, I could see them around between 5th and 7th.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But it's down to them at the end of the day. At the end of the day, when you get to this stage of your life with football, it's motivation. Your motivation goes up and down. So some are motivated to keep doing, some just giving up, just tired. Some have motivations elsewhere in life. Whereas we all wanted to be professional footballers, our motivation was high. So our training, our enthusiasm. And now it's a thing of, boy, do I even want to go out there in the cold or the rain? You know what I mean? So a bit different. So it's down to them, really. But I would say between 5th and 7th is reasonable for them.
Okay, cool. Leone Stars. Have you played against Leone Stars?
I haven't. Okay. But I know they didn't have the best of days last weekend. That was, I think, 11-0.
That was 11-0. Santos really kind of put them to the sword. Leone Stars. I played against Leone Stars, again, a very physical team. I think when we're talking about Norwood Lakers and even probably Bow Street, especially teams down at the bottom, it's always about numbers more than anything else. It's about numbers. It's it's about turning out like a decent 12, 13, 14 players. And Leone Stars just do not have that. Sometimes they literally rock up with 9 players plus the goalkeeper, and literally that's probably cost them a lot. Again, with a kind of open, expansive pitch, they will struggle. Fitness is not the best. I think their best player was their goalkeeper. Absolutely phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they've got a wicked goalkeeper. But again, he can't do everything. Defensively, strong. They've kind of got, I think it's their captain, number 10. I think he plays at the back just to fill in. I like to believe that he can easily play higher up the pitch, and he can be a lot more effective. But defensively, they are shocking, absolutely shocking.
I think last week's result tells that.
Yeah. I mean, again, in terms of their kind of discipline, it's not the greatest. But they have had a tough season. At the beginning of the season, one of their players collapsed on the pitch. He's actually all right now. So of course, like, they didn't start off the season great. But again, I think they'll be a-okay. And again, this is a team that used to be in Div 1, so they.
Oh wow!
So literally they kind of know how to get around the pitch. So again, for me, for next season, I'll be kind of looking at around the 7th, 8th place for Leone Stars. That's what I'd say. Definitely. And again, let me see if I've got any. Okay, and Nana's come in and said Leone Stars have some ballers, but have been in the division for a long time. I agree, one of the best keepers in the league, 100%. They just don't turn up with 11 players. Honestly, like I would.
It's a numbers problem.
Yeah, I would comfortably say if that keeper was that keeper could easily play in a Div 1 team, and he would be an absolute asset to any team. 100%, without a shadow of a doubt. Quality player, quality goalkeeper. So let's move on to Seagas. Seagas are in 7th. Shugsy,
I had the fortune of playing against them twice. They're a frustrating side, but I think when you get to this level of football, it's brain that will beat ability, in the sense that you got to know how to play for a team like that. Now, if you try to play a direct ball, they eat that up all day. I'm going to name a guy, Ivan. I called him Ivan the Terrible, because the guy just makes your life a nightmare. He's a nightmare. And the thing is, he's arguing with the ref all day. I mean, the first game, he didn't stop. I had to say, Ivan, there you go, you're going to get red carded. And he didn't stop until he got yellow carded. But he's a tremendous lad off the pitch. Nice guy. But you can't play direct balls to them. What you got to do is play the ball short. Like, if you think about the Barcelona, I know a lot of people can't play it, but let's say the tiki-taka, where you're just the short passes and move, pass, move. If you don't do that, you won't break the side down. And maybe sorry for giving away the secret to breaking you lot down, but they've got some, let's say, some guys that have had better days. And if you can get round that, but they're such a good unit. But if you can get round that, you'll kill them all day. But it's just about not understanding what you're dealing with. Physical, you're not going to outstrength them. And in the air, you're just not going to beat them. You're just not. So you just got to really know how to play a bit more slicker.
Yeah. They're very, I'd say they're a team that literally feeds off the kind of aggression side of the game. If like one person wins a tackle, then that G's them up. If another one wins a tackle, that literally that's the type of team that they are. And with Ivan, honestly, like I can safely say, without a shadow of a doubt, I think Ivan's probably the best header of a ball I've seen. And literally, I'm a good header of a ball.
Better than you?
Listen, I'm gonna say it. Like
you're right. You're right.
He's got this. Trust me. Like he can. And again, like he's not a tall guy. Like he's probably just under 6 foot.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Just under 6 foot. But like he he's the conductor of the whole team. He will
Facts.
pull everyone into their right positions. He will consistently talk to everyone around, and he will win his aerial duels. You're not going to beat him in the air. You're not going to beat him.
And it's something funny that you just said there is everyone in the team listens to him. So, like you said, he's conducting. So he's moving the orchestra exactly how and where he wants them to be. So I saw when we played them, I saw a couple slow players. You could see they could easily get ripped, but he's just putting them in positions that making them hard to beat and making us have to think more. And as a footballer, believe it or not, thinking is one of the hardest things to do, because suddenly you want the man to make the mistake, so you just go around him. But they're now making you say, all right, you've got more ability than me. Now you have to beat me. Plus, Ivan's clearing up behind them. So it becomes a problem.
Yeah, 100%. So, so Seagas for next season, where do you think that they will finish?
Well, first of all, can we tap up Ivan?
Wow, that's a big statement already,
Hey, April Fool's banter. That's what I'm putting down. April Fool's banter. You know what I'm saying? But I know there's going to be a lot of tapping up in the summer. I'm not going to say which teams, but I just know there's a lot of tapping up going. But hey, it is what it is. But where can I see them? If they could get a couple more legs in their side, they will fight for promotion. They really will. But they just need legs. You know what I'm saying? They don't have them little crafty little, tricky dinky, you know what I'm saying, kind of players. If you can get one of those, maybe two of those, that team's transformed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I know teams like that will be looking players. But they got, I don't know if their home ground next season, but it's the best home ground I've been to. I actually love it. You know what I mean? So it's nice grass. And that grass is made to play football on. So you need to get the footballers for that. Yeah. You know what I mean? No point kicking up in the air. That's dead football. But yeah, I could they definitely should be fifth minimum.
Yeah. I totally agree. I think, fifth would be a good season if they push on and possibly push on for a cup. I think, that will kind of be like a good bet as well. So yeah.
That's right.
Well done to Seagas. Wallingham. You've not played against Wallingham, have you?
I haven't. The only thing I can say about them is they beat Santos 4-0 at Santos's ground.
Yeah.
You have to put respect on their name.
100%.
You have to.
Wallingham are one of those teams that, again, if they have their players and if like I'm not gonna say if the moons align, because again, literally, I don't want to put no disrespect on like them, but like if the kind of conditions are not the greatest, and like if they have the players, and again, very similar to like Seagas, if they win the first challenge, second, then literally that will carry them through the whole 90 minutes. We could have played them at the beginning of the season, and I think we beat them 4-3. That was like when it was chucking down with rain, when it was just pelting down, and they just didn't give up. They were, it's a team that will keep you honest. And literally, if you're not honest, and if you're not prepared to work for each other, you'll get found out. They like have a lively number 10, I believe is number 10 or number 9, number 10. Like, he's, if he's kind of in the game, you are in trouble. And it's kind of one of those things where, again, like they could have turned over Santos, and literally Santos were just not not ready. And again, it's a team that Nova division, all of them know each other. Again, we as in independent, that's going to be our next game, which is going to be at their ground. So literally, they're going to have all of the advantages, I think everyone knows. If they don't know, they know now. You have to be prepared to work hard, minimum. There's no passengers, because you will get found out.
100%. 100%.
So yeah. So like for me, Wallingham right now are 6. Oh gosh. Yeah. I think. Well, I mean, again, it's quite unfair because, of course, they've only played 14 games. So I'm kind of looking at where they are now. So I think if they can put a good run together next season, I think they'll be they'll be also pushing for promotion. I think that they're going to be one of the dark horses if they can, if like they can get a centre back, if they can get another centre midfielder and maybe a winger. I think they will literally cause teams problems 100%.
Facts.
So let's go to London South United B.
LSU B, yeah.
Yeah, Shugsy, I'll talk away, man.
I mean, this is an odd one because, like, I didn't realize how many before I came into this into this league. I didn't realize how many of LSU players I knew and management, previous people I've played with. So as a club, they have so many good players, A and B, yeah. But they need to really, I think the B side need to find their identity away from the A side because it's a bit mishmash. And you can see it. You can see where you don't know what players they're going to have this week. It's like they seem to have players, but it's like they're doing a transfer every other week. So you just don't know who's who and what their identity is. So I think for next season, they need to, like I said, establish an identity away from the A team. And I think they're going to be right in there because they do have good players. You know what I mean? We can look at certain things and say, yeah, they need this and that. I'm not sure. I don't remember them having a proper keeper, for example. So if
they've got Cass in goal.
Cass, but is he their keeper or is he just doing a thing? I know Cass can keep, but I'm assuming he wasn't their keeper. I felt like he was helping them out. I may be wrong. Cass may correct me, but as I said, one thing I know with that line of South London, they South London got some talent, old school and new school.
Yeah.
And I just think they will be a problem, but it's all down to, are they prepared to say, this is our team, this is our identity, and go with it? This mismatch ain't gonna work.
Yeah. No, I mean, again, and I can mention it when we can even go into Div like 1. I think Lloydie and like Ben are very proud of what they've built, and literally having like the B team kind of competing, it is a good thing. I think what it is, again, they've like kind of they're like captain is like very, again, like a very strong character, very like commanding and again, he kind of really conducts, definitely let the back four well. Kevin, I don't know if Kevin's there every single week, but again, Kevin is a great target man to actually play off. And again, like if he's singing on tune and if you can get him in the game, then kind of get people around him, then they will cause teams problems. I think what it is, I think again, it's just consistency. Like you kind of need a like a kind of consistent 6 or 7 that you can rely on.
Facts.
Do I think that they have that at this present moment? I don't know. I don't think so. And again, they kind of started off slow, but literally, again, I think they are kind of going to be definitely like a force in the next couple of seasons. I think next season could be a little bit too soon for them in terms of challenging. They're still going through a bit of a transition, but they will literally take points off like big teams on their day. I'm kind of looking at the LSU B to be challenging for like one of like the cups next season. They will literally surprise a lot of teams 100%. So but yeah, again, where do you think they will actually finish next season?
Well, I hope they listen to what I said, because that will determine where they'll finish. If they continue how they're going, then 6th or 7th. If they address the issues, definitely fighting for promotion. Definitely. Because no matter what, South London produces a good crop of talent. You know what I'm saying? And, in the summer, I'm sure there'll be some 34-year-olds turning 35. Therefore, they may be looking at these players and say, look, next season you're playing for us. I know when we played them last, they had this left footer in the midfield. Oh, that guy was really good. He
was on sauce, man. Jesus Christ.
He was on sauce. He was. I think only thing what he did wrong was he got caught up in it's what Jamaicans do, yeah? And I explained. Jamaica, it's all, I don't know if this guy's Jamaican, by the way, but he played like one. They get caught up. I'm Jamaican, by the way, before anyone starts trying to jump at me. Don't do that. I'll bring out my flag right now. But anyway, yeah. They have this thing where they're getting like props on the side. Yeah, big up on the side. So they start playing to the audience, and they're, you know, nutmegging this, you know, flicks and all that. Looks great, but you're still losing. And maybe you could transfer that ball quicker up the pitch and catch the other side on their back feet. But you're so busy trying to just show this boy that he's nothing to you, that you win the battle, but they win the war.
Yeah.
So they need to, that's the kind of thing they need to get out of their mind. This is about winning a match. I don't mind scoring the worst goal. Some players just want to look at, you know, the problem is, Tabriz, sorry to go off slightly. We're in the era of stats. You know what I'm saying? So a guy can have a crap game but score 2 goals. And he thinks he's had a great game. I scored 2 goals. Your team lost 3-2. Yeah, but I scored. You know what? If I was a manager, I'd drop him. Because you have to do what I want you to do. More than just scoring, more than just assists, more than just, you know what I mean? Just nonsense stats. I'm not saying goals and assists don't help. Of course they do. But your focus is too much on the wrong thing. For example, Man United, Ronaldo still got decent stats. But look where Man United are. So it can't just be about stats. And don't get me wrong, I think Man United going to finish in the top 4. But that's another story.
Jesus, now that is another story still. But okay, no, you know what? Fair point. I think, you know, they'll probably finish 4th or 5th next season. But I think they're going to put on a really good cup run. I would kind of really kind of like them to kind of make their mark and actually win a cup trophy next season. Catford Wanderers. Shugs.
Okay. First, I've got to start on something that I've never seen before. Catford, I think, had the heaviest fullbacks I've ever seen. These fullbacks must have been about 18 stone a piece. Like, these guys were big units. They were like, I've never seen it before. Like, they fullbacks, to my memory. I was like, wow, like, you got some big ass fullbacks. But what I got to say with them is, first of all, I know Ainsley as a footballer. He's a, you know, I mean, everyone knows Ainsley. You know what I'm saying? General, salute the general. Quality player. TJ, he's been injured a lot. He's a quality player. He put on a bit of timber for what he used to be, but he used to be a nutmeg specialist. But once again, a good player. I don't know if Gaps is injured or not, the tall striker up front. But quality. I like his shots are like, you know what I'm saying, some different type of thing, yeah. And they brought in a lot of players. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if all those players are going to be there next season or if they're still there this season. But once with a pre-season behind them and a togetherness, and I think there is a togetherness. I've heard, you know what, I've never had the pleasure of playing with Nana, but I've heard that Nana is a very good centre-back. What's doing a job in goal. If they can get themselves a goalkeeper, get Nana there. They got the old Tony, I forgot his surname. It's got out of my head now. Chin, my guy, you know. Chinny, yeah. If you got a partnership between them two, not many are getting past them. And yeah, they just need a good preseason. Really, if they anything less than top 2 will be considered a failure next season.
Yeah. No, it's true. Listen, I mean,
they have the ballers.
you know, I don't want to be an old or like a broken record, but I said this season that Catford would like be a surprise team or one of like the dark horses. And you know, I think they like started off really, really slow, which you know, of course, kind of put them in this position. But again, if you kind of just think about where they started, even actually before this, and again, you know, big shout out to like Ainsley. Again, at the time, without kind of going into crazy details, of course, like you know, Ainsley saw how Catford were kind of going, and and you know, and it's gone and to literally transform the Catford that like we're getting beat 6, 7, 8s, and now to a, you know, and literally now to a team where like people are thinking, Jesus Christ, they're playing Catford now, man, Jesus. And then again, you're reeling off the players. Again, big shout out to like Ainsley. Chinny, like again, solid defender, absolute leader. He's a, you know, warrior, goes into everything full-hearted. You know, he sets the tone. He kind of sets the tone. No matter what people say, he kind of sets the tone. And of course, you know, as a kind of centre back, I kind of admire that. You know, when I'm kind of watching football, I can always look at like the back four, see how kind of they like move and like whatnot. Gaps again, you know, he if he's on song, you know, he will score goals for fun. Or well, it's not even just the goals, but literally he will occupy defenders and literally create space for other like players to actually come in. Johnny, and you know, and again, you know, this is a team that's still under construction as well. So you know, you can imagine how like they're going to be, with a good pre-season, with a good finish. They are playing Santos in the semi-final of the League Cup tomorrow, and again, that's you know, that's going to be a great occasion. Again, Catford are going to be literally one of those teams where people just have to fear, no matter what division you're going to be in. So so literally, where do you think Catford are going to finish next season?
I'm just going to go by this season and seeing what they bought. I mean, they brought in. I'm going to say number 1. I'm going to say they're going to finish top.
Yeah. You know what? I think they'll be champions next season. I can't really see anything different. You know, if they're kind of going on the same pathway and journey,
I agree.
That they're on now, they are literally going to be like the team that to beat. I can also expect them to actually win silverware, if not this season, next season. So Catford, eyes are on you now. Eyes are definitely going to be on you guys. Cray Wanderers, Shugs.
Yeah. Boy, well, their pitch ain't great. That's one thing to talk about. They're a funny funny bunch of lads in a sense, and this will sound derogative, but it's not meant that way at all. They're not the most talented of sides, but I think what gets them through games is they seem all like mates. They seem together. They're united. Like, I remember watching them and even watching the game back because I wanted to watch my own performance to kind of break down, because that's one thing I like to do. I like to self-analyze myself and be critical. And what I noticed with them, they make a lot of subs on. So what that also tells me is they're honest players. They're honest team. Mate, I'm tired. I actually heard them saying, I'm blowing. Get me off. And they were making regular subs. And those players, you know what I mean? It wasn't a case of the players were coming off, not coming back. They came back on, but they were just fitting back in that jigsaw. They're very cunning in the sense, like, if they're winning, they know how to waste time, kick the ball out, feign a bit of an injury, get a hard tackle in. You know what I mean? But as I said, they're not the most talented, but sometimes hard work will beat talent. You know what I'm saying? When talent isn't prepared to do hard work. And that's what I see with them. So Yeah, you get what you get. They had one big striker though. He looked about 22 stones, but he had some quick feet. He had
Yeah.
some. Didn't you have a problem with him?
Yeah, bro, listen.
I'm not digging you out,
No,
but
bro, listen. You
yeah,
know what? Actually, you know what? There was like something that you said. I think I can't remember which like team that you were saying, but like this, but like you were saying that they had big center, also big fullbacks or something. You know what?
yeah. That was Catford.
Catford.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's kind of right now live on air.
Mm.
Let's kind of like I'd say kind of squash this myth in terms
Yeah.
of cosmetically looking a certain way, especially
Word up.
at
100%.
best. Let's
Yeah.
kind of squash this myth. Just because someone
Yeah.
looks quote
I
unquote
agree.
overweight or
Yeah.
literally may have a little bit of a beer belly or whatever like
Yeah.
it is, that doesn't
Yeah.
mean that they can't play football. That
I
that
totally
means that they
agree with
can't
that.
play
Yeah.
ball
Yeah.
straight off. Because again, like it, if like these kind of so-called bigger men are playing in Division 2, then that means their football brain must be like a 20-year-old. Because again,
Yeah,
they
I see
must,
that. Yep.
they must know how to just play.
Yeah.
And listen,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. That guy up front, I don't know his name, but listen, that guy rolled me a couple of times. I'm thinking, "Raw, like he's a big guy." I'm thinking, I'm like getting, I'm actually having like problems with him. So
Yeah.
again, like having a this kind of cosmetic look, especially
It's true.
after the ages of 36, 37, that like especially in in the kind of higher leagues, let's just squash that myth right now. So
I think with a bigger player as well, they understand more. They understand their weaknesses more than maybe a person that seems to be physically in shape. And because of that, they play the game simpler. They get to their man tight, they make a challenge, and they lay it off simple. They don't lose possession. That is how you prevent people from exposing your size difference. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So definitely that.
Yeah. Sorry. There's like so like many messages. Let me kind of go through them.
Go for it, man.
I miss out.
Let's go.
So Nana's come back in terms of the Catford. The Catford team is in its infancy. And, the best individual ballers in the league. Trust the process. You'll see the best of Catford next season. We have a heart from Catford. South London Vets, who's Ivan.
Don't tell him. Don't tell him.
No, listen. Ivan's a centre back that's playing for Seagas. Go and try him. Listen, this guy can head it for days. He's full like me,
man. Roll up.
Sounds like the centre back
I'm looking for. Yeah. Keep looking elsewhere then.
Wow, Shugs, what have you started? What have you started?
Ivan's a good player, man.
You definitely, and I think Richie, his name is at Cray. Richard is a baller, very technically gifted. He'll score, like 1 out of 3 chances, 100%. He literally gave me problems. I'm not gonna lie to you. And again, let me just say that Cray were a surprise team. No one thought that they'd be in the mix. I came out of nowhere. So fair play to them. They've like still got to win their games in hand, but still, it's the fact that we're still talking about them as a team that can still win the league. So again, fair play to them. Where do you think do you think they'll finish this season?
Okay. Sorry, we're talking about Cray, right?
Yeah, Cray, yeah.
So I just got a message. A player said, "Ivan's my boy." Yeah. So
no one's tapping at Ivan.
All I'm saying is, my boy just told me Ivan is his boy. That's what I'm leaving. That's what I'm saying. Sorry, that's about Ivan. We got Ivan. Yeah. Thank you, my brother. Big up yourself. Where will Cray finish? Well, the way it's looking, boy, they might not be in the second division next season. The way things are going, the funny thing is, the way if Cray win their games, it's going to be out of Independent and Santos, who's the other team that goes up. So technically speaking, Cray might just slip into there. So where will they finish? We'll have to be talking about first division. You know what I mean? Like, they're a good team. They're good. This is what I'm trying to say. This is why it's so important to be unified. You know what I mean? Even if you don't personally get on with them off the pitch, but when you're on that pitch, everyone's singing off the same tune. So Cray may go up next year. If they don't, they're gonna be within the mix next season, fighting it. I personally think Catford will be better than them next season. And as I said, Hollington, they're gonna have a problem with Hollington. I think they've because even another player, Hollington, Craig Brown, just good ballers, man. Like if them guys are fit, I think Cray will struggle with them in the second, but not because they're not a good side. It's because those other sides are very good sides. They've got very good players. It's just about getting the right mesh of players and also reliable players, because you can sign the best player ever, but if he's only available 5 games a season, then he's actually more of a hindrance to you. You can't build a team with him. You're trying to build something, he's not there. Then others can also get disrupted. The fact that he's hardly here and you're putting him into the side.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
true.
I bet it's better to just get a dedicated lads and you work together and you just work on your weaknesses and everyone fight for everyone. Simple.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I just got a message. Well, there's a message saying Cray said that don't want to go up.
Oh wow.
Okay.
So is that what they're all?
I don't know. Oh, wow. Well, I mean, I would say.
So what, are they going to throw game?
Boy, see, are we like stirring right now? Yeah, this is
what I'm saying. Like,
this is what I'm saying. This is it.
This is a bit of collusion.
But no, well, I think Cray will probably stay in third. I think they will finish third again next season. I think it's Hollington and Catford. Also, as in Catford will like win it, and Hollington will come runners up. I think they'll finish third again. I wonder why they don't want to go up. But hey, like that's a kind of question that we could probably ask the manager if I can get him onto the show. If anyone knows of the Cray manager or like or any of the Cray players that literally want to come onto the show, please send them over. Please send them over. Sporting Santos. Shugs.
I have not seen this team play.
Okay.
They were playing the same day we were playing Norwood Lakers.
Yeah.
And they were getting beaten up by Wallingham, but I actually didn't see them. I could only see them from a distance. Okay. So I'm gonna have to put that over to you.
Okay. So we played beginning of the season. I think we beat them, was it 3-1? On like paper, you thought it'd be a great game to play or to watch.
Yeah.
I think both teams were a little bit nervous. And it wasn't the best game, but I would kind of definitely say that Sporting in the midfield, if they get everything going, you can't play against them. You cannot play against them if all of them are singing from the same hymn sheet. That's the thing. They have the confidence, as people have seen beating Leone Stars 11-0. We don't know exactly how many players Leone Stars.
We don't know the circumstances.
But again, I think what Santos have proved to me this season is that they are ruthless. Like when they start scoring goals, like they don't let up. They don't let up. Like they want 2, they want 3, they want 6, they want 9, they want 12, they want 15. Like they will carry on.
They smell blood. Once they smell blood,
when they smell blood, it's game over. It's game over.
Yeah.
And even like against us, I think we scored first, and then they scored to equalize, and then they had a good maybe probably about a 10-minute spell where we were just containing them. They were all over us. They had chances.
Mm.
And again, when we're kind of talking about like the kind of higher, I'd say like the kind of top four like teams, like 4 or 5 teams. Now, like we're like talking about fitness. We're talking about mobility. We're like talking about players that literally have the footballing intelligence. But like players that know how to move it, into space to literally create, space for others. And that's what they do really, really, really well. I like personally think like the 4-0 defeat against Wallingham was a one-off. I think, it just wasn't, like it happens. I believe that they were losing to Cray 3-1 and they pulled it back to 3-3. It shows character, it shows passion. And literally, again, not a lot of teams can actually do that against Cray. And again, they are right in the mix, as you can see. Like they've like got the superior goal difference as well.
Now, that win took them over, innit?
Yeah, so again, Santos are again like an amazing setup, and again they like play the game the right way. And when I say like the right way, I'm not talking just 27 passes. Like they can go direct, and literally they kind of play with the football passion that we know that we belong to. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So again, big like shout out to like Santos. And
I mean, one thing I've noticed with them though, they do have the tendency to concede. So they have the ability to score, but they have the ability to concede. So that could be a weakness within them without actually seeing them. And I also think that loss was partly because they knew that Independent were playing on the next pitch, and there was a bit of banter. And I remember them saying, "We got games in hand. We got games in hand." And it's funny because Black Klopp has always said, "But we got the points on the board." So it's no good you talking about what you have in hand, because until you win them, you're still behind.
Yeah.
So I think they got caught in a bit of the hype, and they've been tanned a little bit, they've been scarred a little bit, and now they realize, you know what? If we're gonna go up, if we're gonna be champions, then there's no room for error or for us to be complacent.
Yeah. And again, thank you to all of the comments. Please smash that like button. Paul Bright's coming in and said, "Can I ask you both? You have said that Catford win Division 2 next season when Hollington have won 16 games and have got 50 points on the board in Division 3. I just kind of want to say that, and again, like there's no disrespect to Hollington or like even the division that they're playing in, but Division 3 is it's a big step from Division 3 to Division 2.
I agree.
There's teams in Division 2 that are at the bottom end of the table that quote unquote Independent have struggled against. So and again, Catford have been around the like league a lot more. They kind of know their way around Division 2. And again, it's kind of Hollington kind of going into this league, yes, with 50 points. But again, I'm not disrespecting Division 3, but as we all know, the big jump from Division 3 to Division 2. My
take on the question is, which is a good question, by the way. As I said, I personally know a few of their players. Hollington, I'm talking about, and I know a few of the players on both sides. So I think they're going to be a force at some point if they stay together as they are and build on a few things. However, it comes back to what you're saying. If you get used to a weaker division, you literally only are relying on, you only have to rely on your ability. As it gets harder, it's not just that, because we've come across teams that we would aesthetically think they're not that good, like the way their football looks, the way a lot of things about them. But once you play against them, you realize, wow, they don't go away, they don't stop, they're a bit hard, and you can't just relax. Like to get a 1-0 win in this league is tough. Why? Because the teams keep coming. So you normally have to score more goals. You know what I mean? It's very hard to do that. I'm not saying it can't be done. Of course it can be done. But I just think a team, they're two talented teams. One's already experienced in this league, in this division, and the other isn't. So you have to give favor. Even if, say, Hollington win, I won't be surprised. Yeah. But at the same time, you can't say they're favourites when a good side that's challenging for the league is already in that division. They know the division. Hollington going to have to learn the division. So you have to give them favourites just on that basis.
Yeah. But, again, it's a kind of fair point that like Paul kind of puts up. And, again, Hollington have been beating teams in like their division. And again, they're like quarterfinalists or like semi-finalists. So it is a debate, like it is a discussion. So
100%.
So let's say that I think Sporting are going to get promoted, so they're going to be a Division 1 side next season. So cool. And last but no means least, Independent.
In the second division.
So Shugs, I like
that. I don't know how to speak about Independent. It's weird when you're speaking about a team that you play for, a club that you love. What do you want? What do you want me to? Okay, all right. First of all, I have to big up all the Independent lads because I'm independent for life. My blood is independent. Take that how you want to take it. A lot of talent is in that squad. A lot of talent from starting lineup to bench. It's a lot of talent. I think, if I'm being honest, and it's always about honesty, I think we lost our way. And maybe because when you win games, like winning is a habit, but sometimes you go into a game assuming you're going to win. Now, when you come against a team or teams that are motivated to just beating you, not just motivated to winning, you can get a nasty shock. And I'd say in the 2 games we've lost, we conceded goals within the first 5 minutes in both games. And that in itself is a shock. Now you've set the tone. You've set the tone for the game, because now those teams know they can get at you. And second of all, you're like, whoa, what's going on? No, this ain't meant to happen. This isn't the narrative. And I think a lot of people just got a rude awakening. And it did take a while to adjust. Have we adjusted? I wouldn't say we've adjusted, but we are adjusting. And, it's been a learning curve for players and management that, you know what, as soon as you take your foot off the pedal, like, the others are waiting with the knives, and they've all been waiting. Like, every single game has been a battle. Even Norwood Lakers, it was a battle. Like, it just was a battle. Like, since the new year, it's like, once Boris let everyone come out and play, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you. Boris said, look, no more lockdown. And everyone said, listen, bring out the knives. We're coming for Independent. You see it? Like, literally, it's just like you got a target on your head. And maybe in the past, Independent have been the ones with the knives. You know what I'm saying? But now they're the ones that's trying to defend against the knives. And it was a tremendous effort to get 10 in a row. You have to salute any team, any management, any club that get 10 in a row, wins. And now it's going to be like, it's going to be about how much do you really want this? Because the beautiful thing about this, and I think this was meant to happen, T, I really think it was meant to happen, that the league meant to go this way. It's a 3-way fight. If those teams, and their points are still not on the board, if they can get their window game in hand, I think it's meant to be a 3-way, as to sound like to sound like Black Klopp, to say this is going to be live on Sky. And we're going to have to go in and out of every game, and we got to see, you know what I mean? We're going to have to do every 5 minutes, we're going to the next game. Actually, it's only 2 games because actually Independent are playing Santos. Yeah. So it will actually only be 2 games. So I think there's going to be another twist. Maybe Cray don't want it, so maybe they'll, I don't know. We don't know. But at the end of the day, Independent and Santos will be fighting for the title. The title. Whether promotion is debatable, whether they both get promoted or one of them doesn't get promoted, but they'll be fighting for the title. So it's going to be a great day. And I think this goes out to my Independent brothers. You just got to really be a bit more unified. Listen to what management is saying. Also, management, listen to your players as well. I got to say that. And like, if we're going to go down, we go down together. Like, fear no one. We have no fear. As I told you, I'm a South London brother. You know them one day, Brixton. You know what I'm saying? No wars. We don't go with this postcode thing. That's local boy thing. But yeah, the bottom line is we just got to buckle down and play football. Play football, and football will win the day as long as you're prepared to dig in. Don't cheat yourselves. Don't cheat your teammates. If you're carrying an injury, come off. If you're tired, come off. Do you understand? Yeah. And that goes both ways. If you don't think you're ready, you're not ready. Tell them, boss, I'm not ready. I don't feel it's not embarrassment to feel that way, because there's people out there that get panic attacks that aren't feeling that great. Just be honest and say, I'm not up for it. Put someone else in there. You know what I'm saying? Likewise, you know what I mean? And that goes for the people on the bench. You got that mentality as well. Boss, don't bring me on. I'm not on for it. You know what I'm saying? We can deal with that in the summer. But right now, it's a battle. If I'm being honest, we should still win the league. But it's anyone's league now. It's anyone's title. So we'll see.
Yeah. Let me just say, like, again, like the players that Independent have at their disposal is incredible. Absolutely incredible. And again, as you said before, winning 10 on the bounce, 10 like coming into a new league as well. Like, again, amazing. And you know exactly what Black Klopp said. I can't believe I'm calling him Black Klopp. It's Paul. Jesus Christ. But anyway, you know, I'd rather have the points on the board and let people come and catch us 100%. And literally, that's what we've done. We've done that really, really, really well. And again, exactly what you said before. And again, kind of going back to Paul's question in terms of why are we kind of dismissing Hollington to win the league, is like exactly what teams have done to Independent in the second half of the season. Like the first half of the season, we were an unknown entity. Second half of the season, like teams around us knew exactly how we were going to play. So literally I believe that they literally changed up a few things just to kind of counteract exactly our like strengths. And you know what? It's worked. And yeah, you know, yes, it's not been like the best of of the kind of second half of the season. However, it's the fact that we're still pushing and the passion is still there. The aggression is still there. In terms of playing quote unquote like the right way. And again, when I say the right way, I'm not just talking about passing it, you know, from the back. I'm talking playing like the way that we can have to play. I think we will get there. So I am alluding that, you know, we weren't there probably for the past couple of games, but there's signs that you know we will get there. And again, it's crazy to think. And again, this is kind of how competitive we are as players and how Independent are as well. We are nitpicking about things and we're still top of the league. Like how crazy is that? Like we are kind of talking about certain things and like we are still top of the league. So literally that's how serious that we take you know this kind of level of football. And again, you know, it's you know, it's kind of one of these things where like we all have to stick together, because again, we've got 2 big games. Exactly what you said before. There's going to be a twist. Wallingham away and Santos away. Both of them away from home. There's going to be a twist. We like definitely need content creators, Sky Sports, BT, Amazon Prime, all like we need people down there. This is going to be a great advert. This is going to be a great advert for Vets football. Right. It is, this is like easily the most competitive league this season, Division 2, because again, it could go 3 ways. That's if Cray want to go up. But again, even like winning promotion for me, and I can, like it may feel slightly, I would probably still feel disappointed because again, I kind of want to hold up that trophy, I want to get that plastic medal around my neck, that's really what I want, as well as going up. So again, there's just a pool of talent, like a pool of players that can play in like different styles. Again, we've got 2 tough games, and I believe that we will get through those games. I 100%, definitely. So in terms of where like Independent are going to finish, let me say it. I think we're going to win the league and we'll be in Division 1.
I'll go with that. I'll leave you to make your comments. I'm gonna be humble and just say best team wins.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, right. So let's kind of go on to the next league. And again, thank you to everyone that's been tuning in and literally putting your questions across. Again, Shugs, thank you so much for like kind of coming on, man. Like again, you've like brightened up like the Friday, bro. How cold it's been cold today, isn't it?
Yo, I was crying out there. I was complaining. You know what I'm saying? Like the snow, like there was snow out there. Could I just say, you didn't actually talk about LSU A and Charcoal.
Hold on.
Put it out there, I'm here to just keep you on point,
Wait. Literally, I'm literally I'm just trying to find something. I'm like trying like my hardest. I think it's this one. Yeah, come on. Listen. Come on. I haven't finished yet.
Sorry. Come on. Forgive me.
So again, people, please kind of go out there, like and subscribe. If you can know any teams that would want to come on to like the show, later on, probably sometime in pre-season, please shout me up. Myself and Shugs are gonna be kind of doing like a lot of videos, and again, it's kind of great to kind of have you on to literally talk the talk. So yeah, we are gonna go into Division 1, and the only 2 teams that we can really talk about is LSU A and Charcoal. Apologies about everyone else. I don't know enough about the other teams, so I can't make a judgment. So apologies. And again, that's me being absolutely honest. I'm not gonna, there's like no point fluffing things up if you don't know, right?
Yep, facts.
Okay, so
let's
kind of start. Yeah, so let's start with LSU A.
Okay, now this is an interesting one because when I started playing for Independent, like I'd already spoken to some LSU A players and didn't realize they were LSU, and I didn't understand all this, the mechanics of the histories of the clubs and all that. Now, I went to school with Lloydie. I played football with Casco. I don't know if Siebert plays for A or B, but I played football with Siebert. And then you got people like Jonesy I've played with, and they've got some top ballers. Like, I look at them and I looked at them in a league position. I'm looking now, and they've drawn 3 and lost 3. Now, to a normal side, that's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
But for the talent they have, I mean, Lloydie was a really good footballer.
That's what I've heard. But man, I don't believe that. How many times
Lloydie was a baller.
Listen,
he's my guy.
No, listen, how many times have I said, I've like said to him, listen, let's like have a football challenge, and he keeps and ahhing. Listen, listen, yes, I want a football challenge with you, mister. There's no getting away from it. It's out now. This is live.
Wow. Man, challenging you, yeah? Wow. T, I'm gonna have to go with Lloydie on this one. I'm just putting it out there. I don't know how his joints are anymore, but Lloydie was a baller. You understand? So I know, man, and like I think he had a decent semi-pro career and whatnot. But he was like me. He was like, we're like football gypsies. We were jumping from squad to squad because all we want to feel loved. And if you don't feel loved, you move. You know what I'm saying? So I had a lot of that, you know what I mean? And I remember there was a club me and him were at the same, but he was only there for like 2 weeks. I said, Lloyd, you coming back? Yeah. Never saw him again. And then out the blue, I just see him from nowhere, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, like Lloyd I'm surprised he ain't playing, but I don't know what his fitness is like, if he's injury free or whatever. Casco was a good baller. He's putting a lot of timber, but he's solid as a rock. You know what I'm saying? He's a baller. So the whole thing, and they signed a striker. I don't know if he's still there. Reggie, I played with him as well.
Yeah.
And like, he's a good baller, and he's done the circuit. He's done the circuit with me. You know what I'm saying? That guy's like a was it them Kenyan runners, the marathon? He done the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Yo.
Moses Kiptanui, innit? Just
all right, Kiptanui. Reggie Kiptanui. That's it. Reggie Kiptanui, man. That's it. I know they're gonna batter him now, you know. They say your name's Kiptanui from now on, yeah? You heard where you heard it. Now you know where you heard it first. But yeah, like, to be honest, I was a bit let down with their record because man like Jonesy, JB, come on. Jermaine Brown, really? You know what I'm saying? And there's other players that are most of them not even aware that play for that side.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Certified. Do you understand? So
Leroy.
You see it? Come on. Yeah. Like if I go through this, if I to look for the squad, I'm saying, what you look doing? Like you have to fix up. And I don't know if it's a similar thing with the B where each week it's a different set, and like you said, they haven't got that core. But if they get that core, and I'm gonna tell this to Lloyd because he's my brother, if you got a player that is only committing to your side 50%, 25%, then focus on those that are there 80% upwards, because that's what's gonna get you. You know what I mean? He's family to me, yeah. So for me, he has to like just focus on the loyalty of it. It's not about the name. People focus too much on name. And to be honest, yeah, man's an ex-pro, but certain man that was semi-pro should have been pro. Do you understand? So don't only go for the ex-pro just because he's a name. It looks good on the team sheet, yeah, but when is that brother? When are you going to see him play again? In a month's time? Nah, my brother. You can't come when you feel like it or turn up late and them kind of things there. You understand? That's not the right vibe. You have to be professional in your application, because winning is still winning. And it's still, you don't just win because of your name. You win because of a certain way you conduct yourself off and on the pitch. Simple as that. So they've got to be doing stuff, you know? But just have to big up Jermaine Brown.
Yeah,
he knows my brother.
Yeah,
come on.
Yeah, you know, I could have said from the get-go in Division 1 that LSU were going to win it. I again, with the talent and the management and the passion as well. Gaffer L, man, he's kind of got the energy that, you know, you would like want, not kind of only as a manager but also as a player. And literally, I thought that energy would transfer to the players. And again, if you can look at a record, losing 3, you know what I'm saying? Like that's, you know, like in other seasons. And again, you know, that would be enough. That would actually be enough. And again, yeah, I think what it is now, I know that they had this Jermaine Defoe. I think it's April Fools. I mean, it can definitely.
You really go there?
Yeah, yeah. But you know, I won't be. But you know, I wouldn't be surprised. You know,
I wouldn't be surprised either.
That's the thing. I had to kind of like raw. And then literally when someone said, "Oh, it could be an April Fool's," I'm like, I don't think it would. Like, I had to kind of actually think about that myself.
Yeah, of course,
But
there's
yeah,
man in there that know him personally. So yeah,
I think what it is, and again, exactly right. I think they've got to get the balance right. There's like kind of not having like semi-pros or players that have played pro come in like every other 2 or 3 weeks, and like there's some grassroots players that could have turned semi-pro or literally didn't have that opportunity or just slipped through the net that people will see and are wholeheartedly committed to the cause. And again, like you cannot shy away from those players, because those players are sometimes the engine rooms and the kind of, I would kind of call them like the kind of dustbin men and women that will just sweep things up and just do things nicely and just make sure that the surrounding area just looks nice and tidy. You know what I mean? So again, I think LSU are disappointed kind of finishing second. And I think they're going to be coming hard next season. It'd be quite interesting to like see if they recruit more, if they're going to bed the team that they've got now. Let's be real, everyone kind of gets that extra year older. So again, that's kind of something else that you've got to be looking at. Will like some of those players be now coming down to the B team, which of course that kind of can cause a bit of a upset with the B team players that have been thereabouts. So again, that is a conversation that they would have to have. But again, like you've got to be ruthless at whatever level of football, especially if you're kind of looking for honors. Again, we are now playing. We can have the hunger, we can have the appetite, we can still want the trophies. Like tell me another pastime where we're prepared to spend crazy amounts of money every single season and not get nothing back. The only thing that we get back is a trophy, and again, like a plastic medal.
The love of the game, man.
It's the love of the game. So literally, kind of that's kind of something that we all have to look at. In terms of where I think LSU are going to finish next season. Whew. Wow. But you know what? Top two.
Yeah.
Top two.
So you're sitting on the fence then?
No, I said top two.
Yeah, but they're top two now. They're top two now. So you're saying?
Listen. I mean, again,
sorry, I had to throw a curveball.
It's true. I was kind of waiting for those curveballs because you've been actually kind of nice to me like today.
I have.
No, I mean, again, I said it this season, like I said it, with my chest that LSU will actually win it. And I think. And again, maybe I've got to probably see the new team, because again, I've not seen LSU play for a little bit. So literally, I've got to assess them again for me to make a better judgment. But yeah, I think they're going to be top two. Yeah.
I'll go easy on you. Top two is fine.
Top two. And let's talk about Charcoal. You know what? Congratulations to Charcoal. I've got a round of applause still. Winning at the top league, first time, and at this present moment, unbeaten.
Credit where credit's due.
Credit where credit is effing due. Shugs, I want you to start off first about
Yeah, I mean, I know a few of their players, and to be honest, I think where we were talking about the issues of other teams is where Charcoal have got it right, where they're players that have played at a high level and they trust the judgment of their management. They trust the judgment and the information of all their teammates. They know what their strengths are and they play to them. You know what I'm saying? They're constant, they're repetitive, and they really work together well as a team. Me personally, I think man for man, I think LSU have more talent. Yeah. And that's debatable, by the way. That's not just some thing, more
I know.
talent, but
Yeah,
they are
100%.
more polished as a team. So that in itself is why you cannot take anything away from them. As a team, everyone pulls in and they just keep knocking at that door. Those are the best types of teams. Like they just keep knocking at that door, and you can see that you've never beaten them until that final whistle. I could imagine you winning 2-0 with last 10 minutes to go and thinking, oh, go easy. And they did beat you 3-2. They are a very good side. You have to give the talent. As I said, I know some of the players personally. I also know some of the players from a distance, quality. So you just have to give respect. And if you're telling me top two next season is LSU A, then Charcoal have to be in the reckoning for that. You understand? Yeah. So yeah, top side. You can't. There's not really much more to say more than they're unbeaten. They're in the. They've won the league, and they're in a. Is it one semi or twos? I'm not sure.
They're in the semi-final of the London Vets. Is it the quarterfinals of the Beckenham? I think.
I think the semis of the Beckenham, isn't it?
Is it semis? I think it's quarters or semis. I'm not too sure.
Yeah. So you know what I mean? So they're looking, they're starting to do what they talked about doing, which is getting trophies. Because at the end of the day, we all can talk. If I talk about my ability off the pitch, I'm the greatest player in the world ever. If the only way you can ever justify that is by showing it on the pitch. So that's what they've done this season. They've showed it on the pitch, and there's still potential, maybe 1 or 2 more trophies there. Kudos. I have to give them the kudos.
Yeah. No.
But if they get Hollington in that final, it's not going to be, or it shouldn't be easy street. So who knows?
Again, 100%. Charcoal have kind of come straight into the league and literally win it. Like first time asking at this present moment, unbeaten, and literally they've won it with games to spare. Like there's like nothing else you could do as a kind of management team and like players to literally say anything different. And again, they literally have a style of play and they don't shirk away from that. They have a big man up front, and literally when like he's tired, they bring on another big man that does exactly the same thing. Exactly the same thing. Exactly the same thing.
Exactly.
And literally, when I say that, people are like, what do you mean a big man? Like, so then listen, like a big man can actually kind of make you more physically tired than someone that runs into channels. Because, again, like you don't know if you're coming or going, like, should I let him win it? Should I go tight? Is he gonna roll me? There's like so many options. And again, like every single player trusts the process. They like trust each other explicitly. They like trust the management explicitly. They like know exactly what to do, what to do as a unit. And with the game that we kind of played against them, yes, their kind of captain he was injured. And again, like I've said, even like on the show, I think that helped them because, again, their left back, number 7, I believe, went into the centre back role, and he was outstanding. Like he didn't put a foot wrong. And of course, Chrissy Piper, I'd say like one of like the best midfielders, if not probably the best midfielder in the league in terms of how he kind of controls the game. Like you just, if you give someone like that time and like a team like that, time, they will hurt you. Yes, they do have probably weaknesses, and kind of they kind of do probably have moments in like games where they are slightly frazzled and like whatnot. And I could see it even like against us. They were kind of they didn't really know how to play us, and they were scratching their heads. And Independent did have chances, but again, when you're kind of talking about nearly winning the league and winning the league, we're like talking about like the final third. We are kind of talking about the gold dust, like the gold liquid that every team wants. And in those crucial clutch moments, they came up with like goals that I don't think any of our defenders or even goalkeeper could have got to. So, and again, are we kind of looking at a dynasty of Charcoal winning numerous cups? Possibly. But I mean, literally, I think now there's going to be other teams like Santos, like Independent, like LSU, Cray, Catford, Hollington, that are going to have big says now. Literally, teams are not going to roll over now. Not saying they were rolling over before, but again, now with like a lot of these teams now vying to actually go up into the highest division, we want the better teams to be playing in a better league to make it competitive. We want the new blood of like vets to be played at the highest level. We want competition throughout the whole league. And again, this is what we are now having now. We are kind of having players turning 35 wanting to go into vets football. We are now having the coverage with, that not only myself, but other teams and other platforms are giving vets to say, look, like, you can still play at a very high level at vets football. We have, and again, I'm kind of probably digressing a little bit. We've got even other teams like West, Fulham, we've got Jamrock, we have Mana, we have, there's so many other teams that are representing vets so well. But again, if we're kind of talking about this league right now, Charcoal are winners outright. And again, I tip my hat off to them. They played well and literally they've got the job done. And again, depending on who they've got in the finals, it's kind of going to be really, 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 really interesting. So
the only thing I think they're going to have to deal with moving forward is the surprise element has gone away. And teams are like tooling up. And I think in the same way what Independent had to deal with in the new year, I think they will have to deal with for the start of the season where teams are gunning for them. I'm not saying they weren't gunning for them, but I think people understand more about what they bring to the table and they want to take away from that table. They want to say, hold on a minute, I want that. You understand? And maybe they'll repeat, but I just think, especially in the next 2 or so seasons, Division 1 is going to be, it may be a 4 or 5 team fighting for that title. Like, you may not know who's winning. Depends who's got the strongest squad that day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because you losing 2 vital players in that day may be the difference because the league is so tight. Whereas before, maybe your Hollingtons in Div 3, they could have some of their star players out and still win. But maybe when they get to Division 2 or Div 1, that circumstance is now, players, I need you every week. You know what I mean? You got to get them points up with your misses. So when you leave home, you leave a happy home and you come and perform for us. You know what I mean? So it's definitely going to be something interesting. And as I said, we all love football. You know what I mean? And I guess some of us had unfinished business in semi-pro football, pro football. So coming to here is kind of like it's like reliving your youth again. The competitiveness is there. Like, you go look at your videos of the Catford and Independent, like, then you understand what it means to grown-ass men kind of in a childish manner, you know what I mean, screaming at each other, charging, but it's all part and parcel. It builds up the competition. Do you understand? So yes, it's going to be great.
It's going to be great.
Charcoal, right now they're the number 1, so everyone's coming for you. Hope you know how to deal with pressure.
So with the comments again, thank you to everyone that's tuning in. Thank you so much. LSU players turn up. Shugs is doing all of the team talk for the 16th. Jeez,
my brother, come on.
We kind of want to show him what
100%.
we're about, as he hasn't seen it, seen us play. My brother Zach, press that like button again. Please, guys, honestly, please go and press that like button. press that share button. And honestly, thank you so much for like, everyone that's been kind of watching. Catford, Charcoal, LSU are the best teams that they've played this season. Really, really good peoples. And again, we can all want that the vet scene just to grow. And again, without kind of going into like a big spill, I think a lot of people thought that once you turn over 35, 36, that your football career is done. And then what else are you going to be doing? Going shopping, etc. But no, like this is like just a second. This is like your second journey into your football career. And then now you are bumping into people that you used to play football with back in the day. And you think, well, okay, you're still knocking around X, Y, and Z. So, and again, yeah, Zach, love the speech, and it's all about passion. No, honestly, thank you. Thank you, honestly, so much. Thank you so much. But yeah, no, I mean, again, it's going to be a very, very exciting end to the season. And hey, you know what? Shugs, I mean, what a guest. Like, thank you so much for kind of coming on. This is not going to be the last time.
Tabriz, can I just ask you one question?
Go on then.
You don't need to answer if you don't want to.
Oh no, Jesus Christ.
No, it's actually easy. Are you fit? Are you fit? That's all I want to know, yo. The best grassroots football defender, yeah? I don't even know how to say it. I need to get that strapline proper.
Listen, yes, okay. So as like, well, actually people won't really know, but I've been doing some filming behind the scenes, and I'm looking to kind of create something behind the scenes for independent, and it's kind of going well. I have a charity game on Sunday. So if I can get through 20-30 minutes of that, then I'll be confident.
I didn't get the call or nothing. I didn't even get the call for a little 10-minute cameo.
No, listen, you know what? It's like a charity game that I got called into. So literally, literally it kind of wasn't mine. So I'm like, okay, cool. And literally, this was set up ages ago. So
it's all love, man. It's all love.
So,
come on.
So let's see if I can get through 15-20 minutes. Again, if I kind of feel any twinges, then be like, no. But again, I will probably secretly just still have my kit. If I'm needed to like, rugby tackle someone, or just to do, hey, I'm there.
Keep it to football.
Yeah, but again, I just want to say, I believe in terms of what we're doing. I know that we will win the league. I got to not just got to say that I firmly believe that we will win the league. Like, you don't go on a 10-game winning streak and literally be where we are and still have these conversations if we didn't care about what we're doing. Yes, 2 tough games, 100%, but there's
one game at a time to breathe. One game at a time.
One game at the time.
Cannot think about Santos at this moment in time. It's got to be walling them. 100% focus on them.
That's it. So
and the rest will lead. The rest will take fall where it needs to fall. Right now, it's walling them.
Yeah. So
right now, it's Sunday for you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. And again, it's like Shugs that literally made the show. I was like just a passenger. So Shugs, honestly, thank you.
Never that. It's all love.
Thank you so much. So guys, please, click that like button, share. Love to kind of get your comments. Shugs, how can they find you if they kind of want to know more about
me? Just go on my Insta. I am Shugsy, and what's the other one? Sugar TV. Straight. If you want to get hold of me, DM me, and we talk.
Great stuff. Hopefully everyone's enjoyed the video. Thank you guys for like watching. We will be probably do like something similar at the end of the season. We'll like probably think of some like other like topics that we can talk about. Would love to get your like comments and kind of get some of you on. My name is Tabriz, the best grassroots centre back you will see, apart from when I'm trying to head the ball, then that's Ivan's territory.
That's it. Yeah. Sorry, Ivan the terrible, yo.
Ivan the terrible. So again, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope everyone has a great weekend. Anyone that's playing over the weekend, please come home safe. It doesn't matter about the result. It's all about coming home to your loved ones safe and with no injuries, not like myself.
Oh, no.
Have a kind of blessed day of Friday evening, and we'll be back later.